Welcome to Deanna Reads. I'm Deanna and I read. The book I'm going to be reviewing for you today is called The White Queen and it's by Philippa Gregory. And I'll just start by reading what's on the back of the book. Philippa Gregory, the Queen of Royal Fiction, presents the first of a new series set amid the deadly feuds of England known as the Wars of the Roses. Brother turns on brother to win the ultimate prize, the throne of England, in this dazzling account of the wars of the Plantagenets. They are the claimants and kings who ruled England before the Tudors, and now Philippa Gregory brings them to life through the dramatic and intimate stories of the secret players, the indomitable women, starting with Elizabeth Woodville, the White Queen. The White Queen tells the story of a woman of extraordinary beauty and ambition who catches the eye of the newly crowned boy king, marries him in secret, and ascends to royalty. While Elizabeth rises to the demands of her exalted position and fights for the success of her family, her two sons become central figures in a mystery that has confounded historians for centuries: the missing princes in the Tower of London whose fate is still unknown. Alright, so I really enjoyed this book. It was, as I said, it's about the White Queen, Elizabeth Woodville, whose family history is just really fascinating. Her family claims to be the descendants of the goddess Mulsina, who is a water goddess, and it's just a really beautiful family history story that's told in segments throughout the book, and it's just really adds that little bit of mystery. But as it said, this book is set during the Wars of the Roses, which this series is called the Cousin Wars, because it is all about who you're going to back, and people are trying to guess who the winner is going to be, and they try to back who they think is going to win, and sometimes that means that they're switching sides a lot. Like even the White Queen, her family at first, they're Lancastrians, and her first husband was a Lancastrian. He died in one of the battles, and her father fought in a lot of the battles of the First War. And this starts with the Lancastrians have been defeated, and the Yorks, that's the other side, they have won, and King Edward is now king. So it's the beginning of this book, the Lancastrians, which is what Elizabeth and her family, that's the side that they were on, have been defeated, and the Yorkist heir to the throne has ascended. They've won, essentially. And this is about her family's kind of struggle to deal with that, and then she meets the king and they fall in love, and then their family is now Yorkist, and it's dealing with that. It's really complicated, all the, well, this guy is going to go on this side, and this guy, it's about a lot of that, but it's not completely full of that. Like, it's all told from Elizabeth's point of view, and her main focus is her family, and them being on top, and her having children, and just all those kind of things that are happening. And also there's this little twist of witchcraft in there. Her mother has passed on this kind of thing from their goddess descendant, and it's just really interesting. I love how it's not like poof, bang magic. It's like subtle, like folklore-ish magic, like just interesting. Like she at one point puts the names of her enemies, she writes them in blood on a piece of paper, and she puts them in a tarnished black locket and puts that in the bottom of her jewelry case. They are doomed to me because they did something that she finds unforgivable for her. They've killed some of her family members. I don't want to give it away, like who and what, because it's just all, it's really an interesting, fascinating read, and I highly recommend it. The second book in the series is called The Red Queen, and then the third book in the series is going to be The Lady of the Rivers, which is the one that I'm kind of the most interested in. The Red Queen is told on the point of view of the Lancastrian side, and I'm just kind of like, I'm not as excited to read that part. The second and the third book is about Elizabeth's mother, and that just, I really found their family very fascinating, so I'm really interested in that third book. I'll probably read that before I read the second one. And so yes, I really recommend this book if you are interested in history, in royal families, mixed in with fiction and a little bit of magic. So if you found this review helpful, if you've read this book, please comment, do some responses. I want to know your feedback here. So thanks for joining me. Keep reading. Something I really don't like with the Borders website is that when you buy a book, even though it'll have the cover on there, sometimes on your e-reader, the cover looks like this. And it's not a pretty picture cover. It just isn't fun. It's just like